Thanks for inviting us in. It's now 11 o'clock. We'll have more on those stories in a moment. But first, we want to begin tonight with breaking news. A child injured tonight in a hit and run. Want to give you a live look at the scene, which is near 10th and Cumberland. And in the last 15 minutes, police confirmed the child was taken to Riley Hospital for Children. Investigators on the scene tell us the driver involved left the scene. Right now, we're working to learn how that child is doing and if Metro Police have any information about the suspect. We're going to be following this story for you overnight. You can find any breaking developments on the investigation on WTHR.com and on Sunrise beginning at 4 a.m. And now to a FedEx driver robbed of packages before he could even put them down. All of it was caught on camera. All of this unfolding late this afternoon right here in downtown Indianapolis. Our Chase Howell tonight talked with the homeowner who told him this is not the first time their home has been hit.
The homeowner tells me he's had several packages stolen from his house, but he's never seen one stolen before it hit the front porch. Ring doorbell video shows a FedEx driver walk up to the Carter home when a man comes up behind him. The man in the green pants begins to tell the driver the packages are his. Then all of a sudden, the man snatches the packages out of the driver's hands and takes off running.
Let it go, dog, let it go.
That's a first. So this is the first time I've actually seen someone just rip packages out of a driver's hand.
This is video from Michael Carter's home last year. Here you can see a thief come up from the side of his home and grab a package lying outside his front door. Little did he know, Carter's wife was on the other side of it.
This is a far cry from shootings and anything else. We're not in danger, but it's still unpleasant and scary.
And while Carter says these items are replaceable, he wants to stop having to pay twice for an item he's already bought.
I hope sincerely that they catch folks, certainly take these robberies off of porches seriously. I know certainly we do, but we hope that we see a decrease in this sooner rather than later.
While I was talking to Carter, he tells me a package that was stolen from his front porch was a baby pouch, and get this, he tells me the person who stole it brought it back to them. Now, I did reach out to IMPD about this current incident, and they tell me they're still looking for the person responsible. Reporting here in Indianapolis, Chase Howell, 13 News.
And now to a shooting in Broad Ripple that sent one man to the hospital. Police tonight still looking for the person who pulled the trigger. All of this taking place in the neighborhood's Bar District near 64th and Guilford around 1:30 this morning. Tonight, IMPD is telling us an off-duty officer working nearby heard some commotion, then gunfire. There's been a real push this year to curb crime in this area. Police have been telling us they've seen a dramatic reduction in violence, and now they're hoping the community can help find the person responsible for this most recent shooting.
And even if it's something slight, well, I didn't really see much. Well, you don't know until you call us and let us know. You know, that may have been the piece that they were looking for to help solve this crime.
Thankfully, police are telling us the victim is expected to be okay. If you saw it, have any information that could help police, please reach out to IMPD or Crime Stoppers. There is a new program here in Marion County aimed at addressing housing issues. That's because area leaders have been telling us these issues can contribute to crime numbers. Organizers hope this pilot program reduces the number of offenders in the criminal justice system. This is a partnership between the prosecutor's office and Horizon House. With funding from an Indianapolis Foundation Elevation grant, this program will help pay for things like security deposits, first month's rent, and utility payments.
I was talking to a woman who was unhoused, and she shared with me and said, I don't know how you want me to work on my addiction issues or my mental health issues when I don't know where I'm going to sleep at night. And that was a very fair point.
35 Hoosiers with lower level offenses would be referred to that program. Angela?
Scott, a real treat tonight in central Indiana. The northern lights are visible. We talked about this at 5 and 6, and a big thank you to all of our viewers who have taken the time to send us pictures. Thank you, Chris. These from Fountain Town. You can almost see and feel just from the pictures how these lights kind of dance. A big thank you to my friends in McCordsville. These are from Kathy and Jason. And don't go anywhere. I'm going to share several more pictures with you coming up in just a few minutes. absolutely spectacular. 50s and 60s. We still have 60 in Indianapolis, the rest of central Indiana in the 50s under those clear skies. Clear and cool as we kick off our Friday at the bus stop. Maybe a jacket, won't need it tomorrow afternoon as highs near 80.
Angela, thanks. And now to the widespread damage tonight after Hurricane Milton roared across the state of Florida. Tonight, at least 12 people are confirmed dead. 6 of those deaths took place in St. Lucie. That's where officials say tornadoes touched down. More than 2.5 million people are tonight without power, and now it's an all-hands-on-deck situation to help rescue people from floodwater and wreckage.
Oh my God! There's water in our car!
Sheer terror can be heard in the voice of Angie Dooley while fleeing her home as water levels rose to dangerous levels by 4 a.m. Thursday in Daytona Beach.
I can tell you, we are in for a long recovery.
Hurricane Milton cut a path of destruction through Florida, carrying boats ashore, toppling 18-wheelers and destroying homes. But the greatest tragedy seems to have taken place in St. Lucie County, about 150 miles from landfall, where multiple tornadoes ravaged the area.
Tornadoes on the ground ripping through our county in a northern direction, leaving hundreds of homes devastated, completely totaled. And it unfortunately struck a retirement community that was mainly modular homes where we did have loss of life.
One county extending a curfew overnight on Thursday.
Please, this is not the time for our citizens and our visitors here to Volusia County to be out on the roads.
While many residents are now eager to get back home, gas shortages are still an issue, with nearly 1 in 5 stations running dry during evacuations. Ships and tankers are working right now to refill those stations in the next 48 hours. Relief much needed, as Milton is now the 3rd hurricane to hit Florida this year.
The fact that these 2 storms have impacted the same area, our hearts go out to those people that are impacted. It's very difficult to go through something like this.
And tonight, members of the Indiana National Guard are now part of that expansive effort to help all these people affected by the hurricane. 400 Hoosier soldiers will help remove debris from some of the hardest hit areas in the state. They'll also be providing transportation if needed. And we just got a look today inside the Guard's Joint Operations Center. This is the information hub for Hoosier Guardsmen around the world. And we're seeing how closely they are now working with crews in Florida and the Homeland Security to keep an eye on the conditions in the Southeast.
So we're always communicating to adjust the needs and where in Florida they're being sent.
The Indiana National Guard expect to be on the ground in Florida as long as they're needed. Indiana Task Force 1 is also deployed to Florida. In fact, this morning they're heading over to Tampa, joining other search and rescue teams in that area. We know that you want to help, and there are ways that you can do it. You can text Red Cross to this number to make a $10 donation. That money allows the American Red Cross Indiana region to prepare for and respond to these disasters. Here's a look at the other stories making headlines right now. Police just arrested 2 people after confiscating 8 guns and several machine gun conversion devices. IMPD tonight confirms its SWAT team joined the Violent Crime Task Force for that search yesterday. They also discovered thousands of dollars in cash and meth. Tonight, the ACLU of Indiana and Planned Parenthood are filing another appeal over Indiana's abortion ban. Last month, a circuit court denied a request to expand and clarify the exceptions to that ban. The ACLU and Planned Parenthood are appealing that denial. This case now heads to the Indiana Court of Appeals. Tonight, road crews are making progress on several projects aimed at converting one-way streets into two-way streets here in Indianapolis. All of it meant to increase safety on the roads. We just got these photos from Indy DPW along Michigan Street and New York Street. The work there stretches between College Avenue and Ellenberger Park. A big donation tonight for Gleaner's Food Bank. Kroger gave $130,000 to help curb food insecurity in our city. All that money will provide support for the food bank's hunger relief service. Remember, you can find all of our latest local stories anytime on our 13 News app.